Dear friends, during the month of Ramadan, Shaitan gets confined. So why do people still commit sins? That if we humans get engaged in sinful acts because of the influence of Shaitan, so how do we still commit sins even if Shaitan is confined during Ramadan? Then who is actually responsible for these sinful acts? To find it out, please watch the full video attentively until the end. Dear viewers, Allah's Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said that during the month of Ramadan, Shaitan is confined within shackles. But many of us may have this question that if Shaitan is actually confined, why do people still engage in sinful and wrongful acts during Ramadan? The reality of which we all have observed already. In today's video, we will have discussion on this topic in detail. Please watch the video attentively for proper understanding. Viewers, the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said that when the first night of Ramadan arrives, Shaitan and the aggressive jinn get confined. The doors of Jahannam get closed and none of the doors are opened. The doors of Jannat get opened as well and none of its door can be closed. Then in this month a caller announced, "O seeker of goodness, comes forward. O searcher of evil things, stop." Allah sets free many individuals from Jahannam. And this happens every night during this month. Tirmidhi and Ibn Majah. The reason for confining Shaitan with chains is to prevent him from causing harm to devotees of Allah. In the same way, people will be able to be engaged in worshipping Allah and establishing their personal spiritual relationship with Him without falling into the trap of Shaitan. Viewers, renowned scholars while explaining this hadith said that there are three different opinions regarding this. Like Qazi Yaz Rahmatullah Alayhi said, confining Shaitan within chains during the month of Ramadan can be understood in both literal and metaphorical senses. If we go for the metaphorical sense, it reducing Shaitan's influence and weakening his power of deception, preventing him to whisper from affecting people. As a result, people stop doing wrongful acts gradually and become more sincere to follow Allah's guides. In this hadith, a deception of real life situation is presented, the reality of which we all have observed already. Ikmalul Muslim 4/6. And taking the literal meaning, the hadith suggests that humans commit sins generally for two reasons. One is due to their wrongful behavior and the other one is because of the influence of Shaitans. Temptations even when Shaitan is confined during Ramadan. Fathul Bari 4/114. Allama Badruddin Aini Rahmatullah Alayhi started his renowned book, which is for Sahih Bukhari's explanations, that during the month of Ramadan, Shaitan is kept a distance from those who observe fasting with proper etiquette and conditions. However, munafiq who do not even care about fasting may not be able to get rid of Shaitan. Umdatul Qari 10/270. A hadith narrated by Hazrat Abu Hurairah Rahmatullah Alayhi mentioned that the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, "I swear by Allah, no other month has come for the Muslim better than Ramadan. And the same way, no other month is more harmful than Ramadan for the munafiqs. This is because the believers earn strength and provision during this month, so that they can continue their worship for the entire year. While the munafiq dwell in influence and wrong needs, Ramadan is source of mercy for the believers and a cause of loss for the munafiq." Musnad Ahmad 8368. The impact of sins committed prior to Ramadan remains for a longer time. Much like a metal object placed in the fire for an extended period products heat even after removing it. In the same way, the effect of sins accumulated over the 11th month may continue even in Ramadan as well. The Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, "Certainly Shaitan flows throughout the veins of human like blood. By influenced by this, the remain circulated within injustice and wrong deeds." Abu Dawud 24/70. Some hadith commentators have mentioned that during Ramadan, not all Shaitan are confined. Only the extra aggressive ones are. This is why people may still be tempted by other evil influences, leading them to commit sins. Fathul Bari 4/114. During Ramadan, although the direct influences of Shaitan is restricted, their indirect influences continue. Some argue that Shaitan is bound at night, not during the day. When we say Shaitan is bound, it means that people's interest towards worship increases. It doesn't literally confine Shaitan. Others suggest that Allah seriously confines Shaitan's shackles, allowing humans to distance themselves from injustice and wrong deeds though. Maintaining devotion to Allah during the month of Ramadan, Allah is the most knowledgeable and He knows the best. May Allah grant the Muslim Ummah the strength to resist all form of deception by Shaitan. Ameen.